Good afternoon, everybody. Today we are going to discuss racial profiling and killing. This is going to be my 5-minute commentary. Lately, or matter of fact, let's talk about the most recent incident. The young man, Trayvon Martin, who was wrongfully murdered, gunned down in Florida. Why? Because he was black. Why? Because he was a teenager that looked suspicious. Why? Because he had a bag of Skittles. Why? Because he had on a hoodie. Why? Because of a racist, redneck man that wanted to make an example. Someone that felt he was above the law. Someone that felt he was better than everyone else. He shot this young man, killed him. He shot twice. The first time he missed him. The second time he shot him point blank in the chest. Why would you do something like that? And what's hurting me more than anything is the way the police chief, the police department, the mayor, and the governor is handling it. Why does it take people, a community, Congress to get involved before the governor, whose name is Jeb Bush, brother of former President George Bush? Nothing else need more to say because we know what kind of person he is. It's now he wants to do an investigation on this incident. We have young African Americans, men and women, mind you, who are being murdered every day. They're being profiled. This young man was murdered all because he had on a hoodie, all because he was in a gated community. Mind you, his father lived in that community. So he wasn't trespassing. He had every right to be there. But because we had, and I hate to use this word, but a racist asshole redneck who felt he was above himself, who felt he was above the law, go out there and kill an innocent man after being told to stand down, after being told by the 911 officer, stand down. This is a tragedy. I'm so happy that we got people like Al Sharpton, Michael Bazin, Steve Harvey, Tom Joyner, in the local communities getting involved. I'm so happy that we have the President Obama, getting involved in this. This should have never happened. But I do want to say this. Gina 6 was a wake-up call. Before Gina 6 we had was a Diablo, Amadou Diablo, back in 1999, who was shot 50 times by, I'm sorry, 41 times by NYPD. This is ridiculous. We are being murdered. We are being genocided by racist people, cops, and people who think they're cops. This man, he was a neighborhood watch captain, self-appointed neighborhood watch captain. He had no pull. He had no say-so. This man took it upon himself. And before I forget, I want to commend LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, the Miami Heat for doing what they did. They are taking a stand. Athletes are getting involved. People all around the world of all colors, all nationalities are getting involved because this is not, well, I'm sorry, this should not be a racial thing. It's wrong. Killing is killing. Killing is wrong because that could have been my son. That could have been your son. That could have been somebody's daughter too because it's not just men. It could have been a girl. It could have been anybody. But what's going on is things that are crazy. People have no respect for life anymore. And it's getting to the point to where you're almost afraid to do anything because if you dress a certain way, if you look a certain way, if you go in a certain neighborhood, that you're not from, people are going to judge you and feel that you should not be there. And guess what? They may kill you for no reason. I am not saying that we should not be paranoid about certain things, but we need to be paranoid about a lot of things. Number one, paranoid about who we are, paranoid about what is around us. African Americans in this country make up the majority. If you think about it, they're saying that we are low on the totem pole as far as population, finance, and everything. But I'm going to let you know this: we are not as low as you think we are. And for things like this to be happening, come on. I'm getting comments on Facebook from friends that are showing me things about people that is saying good for this young man. There was a comment, somebody from the KKK, Ku Klux Klan, posted on Facebook, and they did not take it down Facebook either. So what's that saying? Telling us that thank you, thank you for dying because we're doing them a favor. How does that look, people? We need to stop things like that. We need to look at things like that and talk about it because what's happening is we are falling for this democracy. We are falling for this ignorant stuff that's happening around us. As Michael Basin would say, we are falling for the banana in the tailpipe. We can't do that. We cannot fall for the banana in the tailpipe. We have to stand for something. A good friend of mine, and I'm going to say her name, Nye Jones, she made a comment to me, something that I've heard over and over again. She said to me, if you don't stand for something, then you fall for everything. We have to stand up for who we are. We have to fight for our rights, meaning not just racial rights, but we have to stop the gang killing. Because the same way we are getting all upset about this, we need to get upset when it comes to the gangs killing our people as well. There's too much gang killings going on who are killing blacks at a high rate. And they have been doing it for years and years and years. If you look it up online, since 1980, we have had over 9,500 bias killings, cops killing blacks alone. Whites murdering blacks since 1980, we've had over 25,000 incidents. This is what, 2012? People, 32 years? Come on, get with the program. I'm on here doing this because I know it's wrong. I want the world to see what J5, who is me by the way, as many of you may know, all right, is on here coming at you and letting you know we need to fight. We need to stand up. All right, stop doing the drugs. Stop doing this ignorant killings. What's going on out here? Stop letting people racially profile us. If we do what we need to do as a society, and I don't just mean black society, I mean as a human society, people realize this. God only made one race. It's called the human race. Color doesn't matter in this world. If you believe in God, if you believe in yourself, you believe in humanity, you believe in spirituality, you believe in the human race, you believe in doing what you need to do as an individual and doing what you need to do as a community. Back in the 50s and 60s when my mother was growing up, she always told me that a community raised the child, raised the family. We don't have that anymore. Why? Because people, well, most people are too scared. They're too stupid to understand. And I'm not calling any individual stupid, but we have to understand what's going on. A good friend of mine, Sharice Andrews, who I love more than anything in this world, my best friend, who I've known for a long time, she clued me in on a lot of important information over the years. She is a role model. My mother is a role model. My godmother is a role model. My family, period, is a role model. People that I hang out with are role models because they know how to communicate. They know how to make themselves real. And as you can tell in my background, it's nothing fancy. It's a wall with a couple posters. I'm not playing no music because I'm coming at you correct, direct, strong. J5's coming at you live. I don't need all this other stuff in the background. I don't need music. I don't need people clapping and all that stuff. I don't need sound effects. What I need to give you is me. If you don't like it, then obviously you don't support being real. I'm keeping it real. All right, I love my fellow Americans. I love my fellow man and fellow woman. People, wake up. I'm not going to curse because why should I? Why should I limit my vocabulary? Why should I enhance my ignorance? I got my headphones on so I can hear myself, so I can hear the quality, because quality, positivity, quality, positivity always defeats negativity and non-quality. For those of you who don't know what I mean by that, think about it. Go to church. Not saying that church is for everybody. Not saying that everyone that goes to church is the better people, but it helps. Religion is power. Knowledge is power. Yes, money is power as well, but we need to communicate with each other. We need to stop fighting each other. Now, to Trayvon's family, my heart goes out to you. I cried. I literally cried for about 3 days when I heard this situation because that could have been my son. Okay, I have a godson who's 23. That could have been him. I have a goddaughter who's 22. That could have been her. I have a nephew that's 16. That could have been him. This is so sad. So, so sad. I hope we all rise. Hope we all achieve. Hope we all learn from this. Al Sharpton, love you, man. I may not agree with everything that you do or have done, but I agree with most of it. President Obama, right on, man. Do what you got to do. People, think about this come election time. The Republicans, Democrats, think about it. Stop fighting each other. Work together. Well, this is J5. Hope you enjoyed my commentary on YouTube. Thank you very much and have a blessed day. And as they say in Disney World, Magic Kingdom, may all your dreams and wishes come true. J5 is out.